back. Me again. Video 5. Giving myself a cookie for making 5 videos. Hell yeah. So today I am going to talk about some differences I'm noticing in my eating disorder and other people's. So one of my cousins, Fabulous Human, suggested that I check out TikTok as a potential place to, do my thing, because apparently my style lends itself to TikTok. I have a style. I'm very fancy. And so I went on TikTok. What are you doing? Little hair distracting me. And watched a bunch of videos with their hashtag ED recovery hashtag. Anyway, eating disorder recovery videos. And I came away with 2 fascinating observations. I'm fascinated. Be fascinated with me. 1, I'm old. I'm pretty sure I saw maybe one other person. Well, other person, haven't started yet. So one person on that platform, on the videos I watched, who, when they wrinkle their forehead like this, have lines. The passage of time. But, so I get the impression that it's mostly teenagers, 20-somethings, talking about their eating disorders, so I feel like I might have something to contribute to the situation, or the conversation, because of my advanced age and exceptional wisdom. One of my favorite Netflix stand-up routines is called Elder Millennial, and the comedian talks about being wizened, sage. Yes, gather round the Snapchat children, as I'll tell ye the tale of the landline. I feel like that. And the second one was really more of a insight into the nature of different eating disorders, because a lot of the videos talked about foods that they're forbidden foods was the concept, and being afraid to eat certain types of foods, or having to force yourself to eat certain types of foods, and having meltdowns after you've eaten certain types of foods. Because I don't do that anymore, but I remember what that felt like 16 years ago. 16 years ago, I lost my shit when I went from 111 pounds to 113 pounds right at the beginning of my recovery. For the fucking record, I'm 180 pounds now. Plus or minus. Whatever. I was tiny. I was teeny little human. And I lost my shit at gaining those 2 pounds. So I very much remember what it was like to be all these tiny little minions on TikTok losing their shit over the difficulties of recovery and the results of recovery, which is you eat more and you usually gain a little weight because you're probably massively undernourished. Though not always. That is also something to discuss. But it's fascinating because I don't have forbidden foods. I have, in the various diets I've tried, oh my god, laundry list. Take a roll of toilet paper, just throw it down the fucking hallway and write on the entire thing. That's my number of diets I've tried. But so there was a lot of anti-carb stuff. No bread for a while, whatever. But I've never, in the last decade, had foods that were absolutely forbidden. My thing is that it's not a question of what I eat. It's a question of whether I eat. Because, again, I was perfectly comfortable, not perfectly comfortable, but psychologically normalized, just being hungry. So if I track calories and I'm giving myself 1,300 calories that day while walking 10 miles because I'm just surviving on 500 calories a day, what the fuck? If I have that 1,300 calories a day, I am perfectly okay with having 700 of those calories be 2 large helpings of creme brulee that I make at home and it's amazing. I want that noted in the minutes. It just means that the rest of the day, I only have like 600 calories to spend. It's like having a bank account. Really fucked up bank account. And so it's interesting because my approach, does one have an approach to an eating disorder? I don't know. But if one does, if that is a thing, my approach is kind of different. And that's really interesting to see because it just underscores, like, people can have the weirdest kind of things with food. Why is food so difficult? You eat it. It fuels you, and it's enjoyable, and that should be the fucking end of it. Ugh. But it got all wrapped up in, like, self-worth and deserving and, like, social acceptance and hierarchies and blah, 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 blah. But the takeaway, the major takeaway, is that I'm totally going to try TikTok and, like, just see what happens, because it looks like a fun do. I'm going to be hella rusty at it at first because I'm old and I only use Facebook and now YouTube, and Facebook is entirely for nerd memes and cat videos. Like, I don't social media very well at all. I don't have the attention span for Twitter. People say, but Carrie, you do not need an attention span for Twitter. Yes, you fucking do. Like, the little snippets are short, but you have to be refreshing that shit all the time, or you miss everything. Like, it shows up on your phone constantly. Like, boo, 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 boo. New tweet. Have to pay attention to it. New tweet. Have to pay attention to it. I do not have the fucking time or attention span for Twitter. But hopefully TikTok will be different, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm going social media empire with this shit. No. But yeah, no, so we're gonna see what goes on there. And that is my musings for today, other than the fact that, oh my god, all these tiny little humans on TikTok desperately trying to eat. Oh my god. It was very sad. I'm, like, crying because they, like, have to eat. It's very, very sad. I just want to give them a hug. And, like, bacon. But, yay. Eating disorders are mental illnesses, and that's not something you can solve by just feeding someone. Now, on that incredibly uplifting note, I want you to have an absolutely beautiful day. Go forth and eat food. And it is gorgeous out, so go outside and enjoy the weather. Hot damn. Love you much. Talk to you later. Glorious humans. Mwah.